next up, we had the Microsoft event, or I guess the Xbox event, right? Um,
Yeah.
a few things came out on that one that seemed really cool. Uh, Obviously, the top of everyone's list for Xbox is gonna be Halo, right? What do you think about
Right.
the announcements around Halo Infinite?
I I thought the multiplayer looked pretty great. It definitely looked like they're adding a lot. It definitely looks like they're not going to this. I feel like Halo got stuck on their. We have this formula. It's working. Let's just keep it that way. Add a little bit. It seems like they're kind of changing the combat style. I guess in a way, it's still the same, but it definitely felt fresh. So I thought it looks fun. It looks amazing. I'm excited for it. They definitely counted us down because if they do, uh, I don't know where Halo goes from this because they have to fall through because I don't remember the last Halo that has been playable, at least personally for me. Uh, but I'm excited for it for sure. I thought they did a
Yeah,
pretty good job with the showcase, and I guess we'll see what happens. But I know it's super
yeah.
hyped, so people are
I
really
think when it
excited
came
for it.
down to the multiplayer, you mentioned that it looked different. I think Halo Infinite's multiplayer looks really cool. It looks faster paced than other Halo games.
Yeah,
And one of the really cool things that came out here is them saying that their multiplayer is going to be free to play. So I don't know to what extent that is. Like, does
yeah,
this mean that anyone on an Xbox like myself, like I don't have Xbox Live, but I can play
yeah.
Fortnite, I can play Apex, I can play those games. Does that mean I'm gonna be able to play Halo multiplayer?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like Warzone, where Warzone came out and Warzone was free, but you could still buy the
Yeah,
normal Call of Duty game. You might get some extra stuff if you buy the game. Obviously, it might give you 2 days prior access if you buy the game or something like that. They're gonna probably do something that entices you
yeah,
to buy the game, but it seems like they're gonna do some kind of like Warzone where it's free to play, and which they should. It's a proven formula for
oh
multiplayer
yeah,
games at this time. If you don't make your game free to play, it's probably not going to last because people want to try the game first before buying it. No one wants to spend $60 on the game and be disappointed
no,
anymore. Especially in multiplayer, where that's the main thing of Halo is multiplayer. I guess obviously the campaign is awesome, but that's I guess more of their um, dedicated Halo fans that really love the campaign. But most people there for
yeah,
multiplayer. So yeah, like there was just some awesome battles. It almost looked like it's just like you said, super high paced. Like there was a lot of new mobility added, like a new there's a new car I think that they added. There was it just looked they acted a lot of they added a lot of mobility in the game, which will make it faster
yeah,
pace for sure.
yeah. We'll see. I mean, I thought it was really cool what they added. So yeah, we mentioned about it being more faster paced, but I think overall the coolest thing that they added to multiplayer is the non-expiring battle passes. Yeah,
Yes, yeah,
by
definitely.
far, I think that was the maybe the most important thing that came out of this. Just because I mean I've played so many of these like battle royales and multiplayers, like you mentioned them, Fortnite,
Mhm.
Apex, Warzone, even Hyperscape. They have all these like really cool battle passes, and I think most recently I buy the Apex battle pass. I get um, the Rogue battle pass, and Fortnite. The last one I got was Marvel, but like for example, I didn't complete the Marvel battle pass. I just because I didn't have
Yeah,
time, right? Like life happens, but
yeah, definitely.
but to be able to like go back and say, hey, I want to complete this battle pass versus this one, and play through it and actually like gain everything in that time, I think that makes it almost makes it like more enjoyable because I found myself at the end of a few seasons, especially in Apex, just only playing so I can finish the battle pass. And
Yeah, yeah. And then you're forced to play in a
yeah,
certain style where we don't want to
yeah,
play.
like because a lot of those battle pass like um a lot of the tasks that you need to complete are like, oh, you need to play as this character or you need to get a certain amount of kills with like this specific gun in this specific location,
Yeah,
and um when you start playing it like that, it almost makes it not enjoyable because you don't always get to play your game
Yeah,
style. Like
yeah, exactly.
especially I don't know. I saw it a lot in Fortnite where it's all these like nonsensical tasks. Like you have to go. Oh, you had to dig in these 5 spots across the map, and
Yeah,
I
I hated that.
literally there was days where just like me and my sister and maybe like some of my friends who were trying to finish the battle pass also were like, all right, someone Google where these locations are. And then we're all gonna go there together, and we're gonna go like hit up these different spots, and we're literally just playing like an hour of just trying to get as many tasks as we can done instead of actually just
Mhm.
playing and enjoying the game for what it is. So
Yeah, yeah. You should get them as your gameplay. Transgresses
yeah,
like you as you're playing. You should be able to get these the battle pass experience and extra points. But like you said with the Fortnite, sometimes you see like 10 people landing in one location,
yeah,
just grab the star, and then you run out, and then you just see people pickaxing. So yeah, it's just like it's almost just unnecessary. But obviously, people have been learning little by little on Battle Pass. Hopefully this is the right way that they'll set the precedent for the next Battle Passes for all
yeah.
these other games, and maybe people will
Yeah, I
change. Yeah.
think that's gonna be really cool, especially for Halo. Like they showed some of the changes that you are gonna be able to do in multiplayer. Like you're gonna be
Yeah.
able to update is not your Spartan and have like customized looks and colors and customizations to your weapons and like all that stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff that you see in other multiplayer games now being able to add it to Halo. That's gonna be so cool. And
Yeah.
I think Halo's gonna like take over, especially because it's gonna be free to play. And I like you're gonna be able to play with PC just as much as on Xbox. Like a lot of this is gonna be one of those games that's gonna make people trend towards Xbox because obviously it being
Definitely.
Halo, they're not gonna come out on PlayStation, right? This game is only gonna be on PC
Yeah.
and Xbox. And I think it's gonna be one of those games that like just like a lot of people bought a PlayStation just so they can play Spider Man or Last of Us, people are now gonna go back to
Mhm.
getting an Xbox just because of Halo. And I think
Yeah.
that's the first time, probably since like the Xbox 360, that I might consider getting the new Xbox just because of Halo, right?
Yeah.
Because
I
the last
agree.
few Halos, like you mentioned before, like haven't really been following them. They've been hit or miss. I think we haven't had like a super good Halo multiplayer since like Halo 3 maybe. Um, and
Mhm.
and now them kind of just going all in on this, it's gonna make a lot of sense. And I know Halo Infinite, the way they're even designing it is to be able to have this Halo game kind of be like set in stone as like the definitive Halo game moving forward,
Mhm.
and then that way they can just keep adding like DLC to it. And obviously with the multiplayer they can add like maybe they have to add weapons or add like in-game events.
Yeah.
And a lot of that will work with Halo just because they've already created their own really in-depth universe, and with all different kinds of enemies throughout the history of Halo, like they already have a well-established world that they can create in-game events for multiplayer and at the same time create like downloadable content for people to play through single game stories. And that's super exciting to me because it'll be almost like Destiny, for example, like Destiny 2. You know how they always came out with those like
Yeah.
big DLCs every like few months and maybe like every year or so. But even then, like everyone went back to Destiny for a little. Okay, let's go play through this DLC. Let's
Yeah.
check out what's new, and then once that's done, okay, maybe we'll play some of the multiplayer, or play something else. Uh, yeah,
Yeah.
so with all that, I think yeah, I mean Halo during this event, during the Xbox event at E3, I think they killed it. Honestly, I think they probably were one of the best showings at E3 this year. And yeah, I'm super excited for Halo Infinite. Like every time something comes out for it, it's just a little more excitement. They're starting to show gameplay, which is really cool. And honestly, like I'm looking forward to it. I'm ready for it.